let's talk about some, I call it business pop culture, some business pop culture banter.
We need sound effects too, Tiff.
Yeah, we got to work on that. We need some sound effects. We need, yeah. Well, the people that get to listen to this as a podcast, they get sound effects. Yeah, but YouTube, not so much. The people that watch us, they just get to see us transition. Whereas the podcast people, they get nice pauses and sound effects, breaks, you know. So, well, honestly though, because the podcast is for me probably one of the easiest things to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's simple. It's so simple. So, on to a little bit of pop culture. Is we're going to talk about two things. There is a model by, and I hope I get the name right, by Alexandra Kristen.
Oh, right. That's right.
And she turned her brand into an 8-figure empire. And this is an article from Entrepreneur.com. And we will have the article linked up so that you guys can take a look. She's real pretty. She's real pretty. She's pretty.
Yeah.
She's got looking. I'm like, wow, she's real pretty. And she's a plus size model. Go ahead for the plus size model. Yes. Yeah. Girls with girth. Yes.
This is one of those stories where you wish you would have once you tell the story, right? You'll be like, why didn't I think of that? You know what I mean? That's what I thought when I looked at it. Like, I could have made money off of that.
Could have made money off the Snuggie.
Yes. Yeah. Right.
This is a big old blanket. So, it's Kristen. Yeah, Alexandra Kristen. She is a plus size model. And she got an idea, like watching YouTube, which I think is great. Right. And it was to start selling hair extensions online. And the name of her company is Glam Seamless. So I didn't check them out. But what she did was she started selling hair extensions that weren't readily available online. So these are more those high-end pieces. And so being that she was a model, you know, she kind of has more of an inside track for beauty stuff because, they get to go on photo shoots. They got the hairstylist, the makeup artist there. And the makeup artist and the hairstylist, they're not just getting so-and-so off the street to be the makeup artist and the hair artist, the hairstylist. These are top-notch people. So they're going to have access to better products than what you get, at Sally's.
Right.
Right. You know what I mean? So that's what she did. She started selling high-end hair extension pieces online. Mm-hmm. So, and if you think about it, people sell hair online. So she didn't let that stop her.
Yeah.
Shoot. I've seen lots of people sell stuff online. Okay. Yes. People sell hair online. Yeah. Okay. She didn't let that stop her. She kind of just made her own mark in the marketplace, and doing that, really helped her out. It really expanded her company because she knew what she was doing.
She basically has a category for everything: wigs, ponytails, bangs, wefts, halos. I don't even know what some of this stuff is. Clip-ins, tape-ins. She just puts it all out there. Wow. Okay.
Man, you put a whole wig.
Yeah.
Girl, let me tell you, I can remember times when I used to make a wig or sew in my own hair. I used to do that mess. Yeah. Couldn't tell me nothing because I was cute. I could have used some of these products.
Yeah. Okay. I'm looking at the prices now. I mean, she's got a price point for everybody though. So because she got an $850 wig up in here.
But you know what though? Those type of wigs though, those are those professional wigs.
Mm-hmm.
See, those are wigs that people will use forever.
Yes, that's true, right? That's your best
For
friend.
$850 and because you can wash those wigs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can take it to the salon, have them style it.
Oh yeah.
You know, those are expensive. Those are
Yeah.
the wigs that, you know, the Hollywood celebs wear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Her is so gorgeous.
It ain't hers. It ain't hers.
That's right. Yeah, that's why I always advise when the trend is to go short, don't go short if you don't have to. They are wearing wigs. They'll take that wig off and then they still got their hair. Like, no.
Girl.
Remember, like when pixie cuts were all the rage for a while, like pixie cuts, and people was chopping off their hair to have a pixie cut, and I'm like,
Girl, I remember in high school, I messed my hair up so I could look like Salt and Pepper.
Oh no, you didn't. Did you really?
Yeah, because I had a short on, I had that asymmetrical cut. It was short on one side, long on the other. I was trying to look like Salt and Pepper. Girl, nah, I should have got a Salt and Pepper wig. Okay, that's what I should have got.
You got something.
That's what I should have got. But I didn't do that. But yeah, just like actually, her price point. Actually, I see what she does though.
Mm-hmm.
You see, she also partners with salons.
Oh right. Mm-hmm.
You know, she got a whole training class, education. Oh, she got stylist discounts.
Oh, see, that's what's up. And then a professional login. So she's catering to both markets.
Okay. So, and she would understand that, you know, leveraging the knowledge that she gained in the model industry.
Yes. Yep.
See, actually, that just kind of goes back to what we were talking about people that are bilingual. They would take that, use it.
Use it.
She took her knowledge of, obviously, of the model market. I mean, let's just be real. A model, it's all about how you look.
Right.
It's all how they're going to style you that day. Well, you know, what look you're supposed to have for that product. So I'm looking at, you know, these are some nice wigs though.
Yeah, no, it's nice. I'm looking at it too. I want to go a little bit longer myself.
Because she got some nice wigs.
She got some nice stuff in here. But
yeah.
What I find really cool is, you know how like, see, I'm speaking of things that I don't really know about, but I'd be curious to find out if we have any people that are in the hair industry watching. Give me some information. She's offering classes on how to use her product. She's got a tape-in class. She's got a braidless sewing class, and she's selling them for like $500. And I'm curious, is there a market for that? Because I thought, like, when you went to beauty school or whatever, you learn everything. Do you have, like, they have continuous education? If you want to specialize in something, do you have to take that on your own? I mean, I'm just curious because
I think you get basics because, you know, I know a couple people that are hairstylists, and from what I understand, you just get basics.
Okay.
And then like
you got tricks on your own.
You got either purchase more classes on your own because, like, for instance, like I know some white hairstylists that do black people hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Because not everybody can. Okay. Actually, we went to school with one. Yeah, I'll shout her out later. No, seriously. That can do black people hair. Not everybody can. Not because our hair texture is completely different. That's a whole different class. Okay. You know, that's, you know, but not every, if I'm right though, I mean, I'm sure they go through the basics, but like with the products the high-end products that she got, you think they talking about that in class?
Probably not. No.
Yeah, they probably not. They probably not. So, in fact, what she's doing, see, you know what? It's funny. I was giving some business advice to someone about a couple months ago,
Okay.
and what they were doing, they were selling a product, and what I suggested was that they either start a video series or some type of training
That's a good idea.
on their product. Well, they were afraid of doing that because they're like, then I'm teaching the person how to make this. And I said, you are giving people way too much because we lazy.
Right?
We are so lazy. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I said, we lazy.
I know. It's like you don't have to worry about giving people too much information because you're right. I'm not going to make a wig. Or
I doing that.
I'm going to purchase one. I don't have time. You know?
Exactly. Now, if I'm in that industry, I may take that class. And that's when you charge up. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, and I was saying to the person, I was like, what I think you should do is create like a little video series. If you had a YouTube page, show people how you made this, what your thought process was behind it. I said, there goes your content. And they were like, no, because then I show people how I make my product. And, you know, I'm like, okay, their product was not something that was proprietary, okay?
Right.
Okay, I'm just going to put it out there like that. But what I was trying to explain to them, I said, if you have a class teaching people how to do this, I was like, you can make money off of that class.
Right.
And then you're probably going to even sell your product to those people.
Sell the supplies, right?
Right? They didn't want to hear it. They didn't want to hear it. And that's okay. You know,
it's funny because I also, I'm into like law of attraction, manifestation, and that sounds like a mindset of poverty and lack. You know what I mean? Because you have to believe. I mean, let's just forget all that. Let's just go basic. We'll go to the grocery store. How many brands of toothpaste are there? Right? How many brands of lotion, body soap?
The whole aisle.
There's whole aisles of this stuff because people like what they like. They're either going to like Crest or Colgate or whatever, whatever, Tom's of Maine or something. Mm-hmm. Like people, it's not going to stop people from buying toothpaste. And if yours is something special, if it's not specially made, because I have a product like that. My product is not special in the sense there's thousands of people that sell the same thing I sell. How I make it different is with my storytelling and the process behind, like how I brand it. That's how I differentiate myself from the competition. And you have to believe in this day and age, like, sales is not based off of whether you have a widget or not. It's based off of how you sell that widget to your customer. Because it's just like even with the private label with the kitchen utensils. You can get a flipper anywhere, or I don't even know if that's the proper term for it, but you can get a flipper anywhere. I know what you mean. Right. It's your price point. It's how you sell it. It's if you put the flipper in a gift basket. I mean, there's ways to sell things. Most of us are not selling unique stuff that we have the proprietary ownership of. You know what I mean? I have competition, but
I ain't that smart.
The way I sell it,
I ain't that smart. Okay, I'm just not. I'm not that smart. I'm selling stuff that other people made. Okay.
I'm praying for an invention to pop up in my head one day so I can have something that nobody else has. But right now, everything I sell, somebody else sells. So it's not,
And that PayPal balance still go up, don't it?
And the PayPal balance still goes up. Imagine that. That's people don't make decisions off of whether or not to have the only thing because most cases you don't have the only thing. So when you're thinking about how to promote yourself, though, you have to have an open mind. You can't be like, oh, I'm giving away the goods. We're giving away our goods. This is stuff that we all spent years and hours learning. We're giving it away. You know why? Because it doesn't matter. Most of the people who are watching us, they're not going to be in the same industry as us. They're not going to be our competition. And even if they are, there is enough money out there. What did I say? $1.9 trillion in sales. Hey, I'll take 10% of that. We can split up that 1.9 trillion with our whole audience, right?
Yeah.
And
I'll take 5. I'm greedy. I'm greedy. I'll take 5. I'll take 5%.
I'll take about 0.5% of that.
Wow. Wow. So that was the information on Alexandra Kristen. Very interesting story. She does go on and in the article, and she talks about making sure that you find the right people to help build your team. That's very important. Very, very important. And then she also goes over, she also talks about whether or not if she should be dealing with investors or not. That was a big deal for her. Looks like she decided to go the route of lending, not investors, because she knew her vision and she didn't want an investor to be part of it and tell her what she can and can't do. So, all right. And that's a little bit about Alexandra Kristen. So on to our Business Man Crush Monday candidate.
Hey.
We're going to talk about Byron Allen. Now, some of you might be going, Byron Allen, who the heck is that? Okay. Mm-hmm. Byron Allen, in the beginning stages, I would say, of his Hollywood career, was known as a comedian.
Right.
And he was actually, I believe, one of the youngest comedians ever featured on The Tonight Show.
Okay.
So that we showing our age and his age, okay? Sure. But, you know, to all the millennials, there used to be this show that came on after the nightly news called The Tonight Show. With Johnny Carson.
Johnny Carson, yeah. Okay. Who's Johnny Carson, right?
Who's Johnny Carson? I know what y'all saying, okay? I know what you're like, but there's like 20 of those out now. Well, back then we didn't have many options, okay?
Yeah.
Because there was a time when the TV station would just turn off because there was nothing else to show.
That's right. The American flag would go up.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Back then, yeah, that's the origin of him, I guess, into Hollywood, I would say. But okay. I remember him even growing up. He used to have like these comedy late shows.
I remember, like Late Night with Byron Allen. I remember that.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was funny. And it was one of those things. It was probably syndicated because I don't know what station it came on. I don't know if it came on a syndication channel or a network. I honestly don't know. That's how long ago it was. I was a kid. I couldn't tell you. You know, back then we only had 4 channels.
Right. 3, 6, 10, and Fox.
Yes.
Right.
And with the rabbit ears, we were able to get a few more channels every now and then. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the reason why he is in the news and why we're talking about him is because he just did a $290 million deal to buy 11 local TV stations.
Wow.
Okay. Now, that's not just it. Last year, he bought the Weather Channel for $300 million.
Wow.
Okay. And he is right now also fighting litigation against Comcast, Charter, DirecTV, and some other cable or satellite providers because they refused to license some of his channels.
Oh, wow.
So not only does he own these stations, he also got his own channels.
Right.
Now think about that.
Yeah.
Oprah got one channel.
Yeah. Yeah.
He got a few. Okay. Now, I did do a little bit of research. There are some other platforms that his channels come on, and
Okay.
they're regular, like niche channels. Like one's on pets, one's on cars, criminal justice. That one was probably interesting. But he started a legal battle with these companies going back to 2015. And in the next session of the Supreme Court, his case is going to be heard.
Oh, that should be interesting.
So we'll be following that to see how that works out, because he is alleging the reason why these places are not licensing his channel is racism.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I could believe that.
You know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They probably mad because he buying up all this stuff. You know, what's he doing having all this money to buy up all this stuff?
Right.
He making deals.
You know, I think about this like small, like he's large scale to small scale. And I'm curious as to how many times our, viewership has been discriminated against in business. I mean, I don't know. Like since I don't have like a face-to-face business a lot, like most of my stuff is online, but I have had situations where I think that I didn't get a bid for something, or I didn't get the job, particularly with the cleaning company too, after they saw what I looked like, or so,
it's funny, because when I was cleaning in Pennsylvania, I had my cleaning company out there. Mm-hmm. I had an account that I acquired because back then I had a franchise. Right. So it was their job to go out and get my cleaning jobs. Well, one of the franchise owners was basically giving me the job that they had because they couldn't clean it anymore. They had some other things going on. So they gave me the account, essentially. Okay. They didn't really give it, but that's a whole other situation. Right. But they brought it to me. So I started cleaning the account. Now, the person that I had to speak with, they didn't meet me right away. Right. Because, basically, I was there when they were closed. So I had helpers with me. I cleaned it. Everything was fine because I would call her and say, "Hi, this is Tiffany," because I have that nice Tiffany name and Tiffany sounding good. We did your cleaning last night. I just wanted to make sure everything is okay. If there's anything that you feel that we need to keep attention with, just let me know, and I'll make sure that it gets done. My courtesy phone calls that I would do with any customer. Right. Especially when there are times when I may not always be in that particular account, I always stay in contact with my customer. Right. So they know me and can feel comfortable to talk to me. Oh, everything was fine. Oh, this is great. You're doing a great job. Yeah. Okay. Finally got to meet her. Yeah. The second I feel like she had nothing to say in front of me. Right. Nothing to say in front of me. However, after that meeting of, "Oh, hi, just wanted to introduce myself to you so we can finally meet face to face," changed everything. She kept complaining about things that weren't in my contract to do. And, as a person who runs a business, especially cleaning business, there are times we make concessions. Yeah. And we do things that we technically aren't getting paid for. Because it's all about keeping the client happy. I will do that once. Maybe twice. Third time, you're going to pay me.
Right. Yes, after a while, now it starts to become a problem. We need to add that to the contract, right?
Exactly. And I will, at that point, I'll say like, okay, even the first time when you're getting it for free, well, it's not part of the contract, but I understand how important it is. We'll get that taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly, I felt like, wow, I shouldn't even have did a face-to-face to her because I knew exactly what it was.
Yep. And
everything was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything was good. I would call every now and again, not every day, but in the beginning when you get a new account, you should talk to the people, make sure, because sometimes you could just forget something, or there might be a place that's hidden. You're like, oh, I didn't even see that there, because it happens. It happens. So it wasn't until she physically met me that I started getting all these extra complaints. And then I finally just got to the point, I said, you know what? It's not worth it.
Not at all. Because it makes you feel bad, because like you're not being judged on what you're doing. You're being judged on, it's all good when she didn't know who you were, right? Oh, it's great. It's great. And then it's like all of a sudden what changed? I hate stuff like that. Yep.
Oh, yeah. And even like with like the liquidation sales, I sometimes, we don't always sell everything online, I'll put it that way. Because of the different apps and Facebook Marketplace, we can sell things face to face. And sometimes it's just easier to do that. Certain things may cost more to ship. You know what I'm saying? It's a big item. I might just sell that Facebook Marketplace.
Right.
I find that, and full disclosure, my husband is white. No. Sorry. Just in case you didn't know. Okay. I have found at times that if I post something on Marketplace, if I go under his profile and do it, I get responses. Or I don't get lowball requests.
That's frustrating.
When I do it, I may not get any responses, or if I do, I get these low ball requests that is like, okay, I could be posting it for $50. Oh, would you do 10?
No, I would not do 10.
No, I wouldn't do 10. No.
Oh, that's horrible. And then when you're posting as him, it's like, okay, how about 45? It's like, or they'll pay the whole price without blinking.
I literally had, this is a while back. Like this is probably like 4 or 5 years ago. Like, or right when Marketplace started.
Okay.
I went under my husband's, I did mine and I got no traction. So, and I just said, let me go under his. It's something just clicked.
Social experiment.
Yeah, so I did a little experiment. Same picture. Didn't change the picture. All right, so I had like a couple lowball offers that just didn't make any sense. The same person that lowballed me under my profile was inquiring about buying it under my husband's profile. And so I'm telling my husband, and he's like, well, what do you want to do? I think we're going to take the money. That's what we're going to do.
That's right. We're going to get paid. Right. Forget their racism. We'll still get our money. Right?
And I don't even think they realized it. They didn't even, and I'm trying to think, my last name may have been different at that time.
Right.
But it's so long ago, I don't think we were even married. Oh, no, we were married. We were married. Right. Yeah. So my last name may have been changed on Facebook because, I didn't do all that stuff right away. Those who knew I got married you know what I'm saying? So, but I don't think they picked up on it at all. And I just thought it was hilarious. Same picture. I didn't even crop it, change it, because it's the same picture. It was a picture of it outside in the driveway. Same picture. I said, I was like, what do you want to do? I said, get that money.
Get that money, yeah. But I can't imagine, like, that's us on a small scale. But here you got Byron Allen, who's, here's the funny thing about it. He's in the industry. He's successful in the industry. but he's still trying to get played by Comcast. Like, I mean, Comcast is still trying to play him. Like, we're not going to put all your stuff here. I mean, that's very frustrating. You think you reach a certain level of success that you can work around these types of things, but that's sad. Yeah.
Even being a millionaire,
right?
People still think of you as the N-word.
Yeah. That phrase came to mind. Yeah. It was
that so we're gonna follow that because I'm very interested in how that comes out. Being the way that the Supreme Court is seated right now might be interesting. Might be interesting. We'll see how that one works out. So
yeah. Okay.